Hey everybody, decided to do an armor update. I got a few little things I got to finish doing, but I decided to start working on this thing again today and get some things figured out. But got my gauntlet working pretty good. I mean, I gotta sew this up here and get that sewed on to where it's all tight, and my pinky's a little messed up, so I gotta fix that. But other than that, it's looking pretty slick. It's all working out just the way I planned it. Got my knuckles in there. I gotta put a strap. I gotta put a strap underneath here and get that figured out so it holds it tight, so I no longer have to hold it with my other hand, because I mean it's got that flop in it right there. But yeah, it's starting to look pretty slick. Give you a nice look at it. It's all 14 gauge. Without the shoulder strap holding this armor up, man, it gets really tiring. But yeah, once I get that hooked into the rest of the armor, this whole arm piece will be on my shoulder. That's one of the things I do that a lot of armorers don't. But well, I can't say they don't do it, but not that I've seen. But I got a little, I take leather straps and I take them up along the top of my shoulders on both sides, and I put them on a pivot point up in my shoulder armor so I can still rotate it, but it takes all the weight from the armor and puts it down on my shoulders. So, but yeah, man, it's turning out really good. Got that all done up. Did me some elbowing. A long time ago, though, when I first started, I was worried about this coming up and poking me, and like it never really comes close. But it used to be sharp up here. My other armor, I'm going to keep it sharp. My other armor, but this one won't be so lucky, unfortunately. But it's sweet as shit for elbowing people. I gotta tighten up some of the straps on the inside of the armor because it doesn't allow this one to open up all the way. So because there's straps on the inside, I'll show you. See if you can see them in there. Probably not. But there's straps on the inside of the armor that keep it from, there you can kind of see them. Yeah, there you go. But it keeps one piece from going too far. Well, it makes it to where each one can only move a certain distance, so you can't. So it doesn't expose you at all. But I gotta tighten those up and move them around a little bit onto the leather. So, but yeah, another sweet thing about my armor, I don't know if I've ever mentioned, but the way I've designed this is, the reason why I designed it this way though is because this section here is a lot smaller than most armor, and the reason why I'm able to do that is because when where I put my pivot point is, this top plate pushes down your arm, and then this one slides up, so it never actually creates a pinch point for your arm. That's one of the big secrets, I guess, to these armor. So it actually never pinches me, and it allows me to make that hole a lot smaller, and I don't have to have a bar across. But I mean, there's a few things I was going to do to add armor in here, just so I'm really anal about vulnerable position. So as you can tell with my gauntlet. But another thing, the way I've constructed these gauntlets, I was going to show you. They're all hammer rivets, which is a pain in the butt. If you're just starting out, you use pop rivet, But I can show you. There's a tool you want to use to keep these from getting mashed up. It's basically just a rod with a drilled hole that's only about like maybe an 1/8 inch deep, but it keeps this dome from getting messed up. But what I do about this though is, see, there's 2 pieces of leather in here. I first rivet the armor itself to a piece of leather, and then I take this and I sew it to a glove, because I found out from my first suit when I was younger, from punching stop signs thinking I was invisible, that if your hand's exposed to the rivets, it can cause a lot of damage to yourself. You can see that scar right there on my knuckle, maybe. Yeah, right in there, that pinky knuckle. That's from punching a stop sign in my old suit. But I do that for padding and things like that against the rivets and things. But it's not as bad in this one too, because these are tiny hammer rivets. And the old suit was pop riveted. So, but that's one thing. And I'll show you. There's a close up of sewing it. And I usually keep the finger. I usually take 2 gloves, and I cut the bottom half of the other glove off, and this whole section, and I cut it at each finger line, and then I keep the fingertips, and then that's what I rivet to, and then I sew it to it. But that's one reason why this pinky's messed up, is because it's ripped in here, so I gotta go in and fix this leather just from messing around with it too much and it not being put together totally. And see, this thumb, I've take this leather right here and sew it up in here to where this finger is held tight, because I've got a gap right here at the top of my hand that's exposed without it. So, but yeah, there's that. And if you guys have any questions and whatnot, let me know. I'll try to get to them. I'm trying to make some more videos and get back into doing that, so you guys can see everything I'm doing. And actually, I got me a big old sheet metal from my dad for Christmas, so I'll be having lots of fun with that. But yep, there's the gauntlet, the upgraded, or the new upgraded, fully put together gauntlet. So, and here's I don't know if I ever showed you guys this in detail, but this is the thumb. It's really interesting how I did that one, and it actually wraps around. Really wicked cool. So, but yep, there she is. Have any questions, or you want to see other things about it? When I go to start my next gloves, I'm thinking about doing that next, is doing the right arm and the right glove. So I should be able to start making some videos exactly how I made this and how I went about doing it. So there you go, folks. Hope you enjoyed.